Hey, what's up, everybody? So, this is probably the latest video I've ever done in the night, if that makes sense. But I just couldn't pass up this story just because of the title alone. Um, if this is the first time that you've ever, have visited my channel, I don't say it very often, and I know I should because everybody else does, but, a like and a subscribe and I guess hitting the bell notification and all that stuff goes a long way. So I'd appreciate if you guys feel that, hey, this is a channel that has just more than one type of topic. I cover a lot of things, a lot of true crime that really seems to get a lot of traction. I don't like gossip stuff, but I did do a couple of videos on Andy Dick, the D-list actor now, and I don't really talk about people's money, what people decide to do with their money. So that's kind of like off, that's not my thing. For those of you who are new, I started off mainly just covering like reactions to music and whatnot, hence my name. I started in the music industry when I was rather young. I got to leave at the right time, and now I could probably change it to current actor because I finally got my first feature film by the grace of God, really. But other than that, the topics that I cover are there's many different topics. So if you feel inclined to, I would greatly appreciate it. So let's get into the story. Whenever it has to do with children, it just breaks my heart. I don't know how many of you guys are parents, but I have a beautiful little 8-year-old daughter, and how, I don't know which, well, I have a good idea of which direction this is going, but as many of you know, wasn't a native of Colorado, but that mother, Chris Watts, who just wiped out his entire family over another woman who, probably no fault of her own, knew that he was that effing psycho. I mean, I knew this much. I have family that live in Weld County where he was first sent to, and I didn't have firsthand information. It was just reported on the news. But the moment he got there, he immediately got death threats. So they had to keep him segregated. And that's why they moved him out of Colorado to Wisconsin. And, what a piece of shit.
And the Marion.
I would hope, God forbid, if anything like that ever happened to me, that somebody would report me missing within like the next, 10 days max. 66 days. That kind of says a lot about your loved ones right there. I mean, it's okay to go 66 days without hearing from your daughter, and it's okay. She's okay. That's yeah. So I understand it's our right to plead the fifth, and a lot of times people, I mean, you can't always say that people plead the fifth because it is a sense of guilt. That's, I guess, the thinking behind it. I don't know. I don't really talk, politics and all that stuff. Just from my personal opinion, that just kind of just rings bells when somebody, over a simple question of, hey, did somebody clean this? Oh, I plead the fifth. That's just weird. And I know what kind of circumstance he would be put in if he said like, oh yeah, I cleaned it out, or yeah, I had some people come in and clean it out, because then automatically then they're gonna say, Oh, well, then, he tampered with evidence. If they had found something, if they didn't find anything, then he gets away with it scot free. But it just, yeah, that was weird to plead the fifth that quick on that kind of question. You know, I'm glad there's a sense of justice in prison, and really, it violence isn't the answer to everything. But when somebody is this monstrous, at least there are those in prison who really hate child molesters, abusers, and especially killers. So he'll never have, you know, a moment of peace without having to look over his shoulder. That piece of,
Just a few words.
it's for me personally. I know it'd be hard to leave somebody's fate in the hands of, strangers, 12 strangers, but this has to be the worst of the worst I've ever heard so far, even worse than this asshole that came to this state and did what he did to his family. I mean, that long, I just don't understand. Like, 66 days you're fine with not hearing from your daughter before you alert authorities. I mean, I don't know if it's just me and my family, but I get a call from my mom every single day. Like, two calls. Like, hey, how are you doing? Good. You? Good. Everything going okay? Yeah. Okay. Love you. Love you too. Bye. That's it. I mean, if my family didn't hear from me or I didn't hear from them for 3 days straight, like, boom, red flags are raised. I mean, 66 days? That's just as. I mean, I know he had her cell phone, but I mean, come on, that is just way too damn long. I don't get it. Not saying that they should be, they're complicit in anything, but I just don't get it. Anyways, guys, I know this was a pretty dark one. I didn't, like, I mean, I could tell by the title, but yeah, I mean, I was on the verge of tearing up. I had a really old back just because, that's the innocence of children and having a daughter of my own. It's like, I remember the first time that my baby got sick, like just a little cold. And I mean, I so badly wish that I could have taken her place because I didn't want to see her, you know, with the sniffles and all that. And it was just like a little cold. It wasn't anything major, but just wanting to take that place, so she wouldn't feel uncomfortable. So to think that somebody would hurt and kill their own children and the children of others is just, yeah, that is just, there've been a lot of people who have been molested, who have been, I mean, and unfortunately, like, there there's really no redeeming factors for him, but a lot of people have been put in his same position and turned out to be not better for it would be the word. What's the word I'm searching for here? They turned out to not label themselves as the victim. And this, yeah, I mean, who knows? I guess if we knew stuff like this wouldn't happen. But I thank you guys for watching. Um, just extremely sad. And just like he said, I'm saying the same thing for myself. If you guys like to see more like reaction or just other topics, things that I cover on my own, feel free to like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Other than that, I hope you guys have a blessed day today and stay safe out there. Till the next time.